name is Trey Morehouse. I'm the artistic director of Mob Theater. Mob Theater is a theater company based out of Wilmington, North Carolina. We focus on the new works that focus on some kind of like social issue, social justice issue. Quilt Stories is built from interviews. So we went out and interviewed folks, and so we have gathered these stories, transcribed those stories, and now we're adapting it into a live production.
When I was approached by Trey Morehouse and his colleagues from the Mouths of Babes theater troupe to be interviewed about my life as being an out gay person in North Carolina, I chose to concentrate on my story around HIV and AIDS. And they all were very happy to let me do that.
AIDS Memorial Quilt is the largest piece of folk art in the world ever produced. What it actually is, it's a memorial. It's a remembrance. It's a sign of resiliency to my community. It's the most significant thing in our toolbox for HIV awareness and education.
The quilt actually gave me an opportunity to hold on to the good memories in regards to losing my mom. It actually brought about a healing as we prepared the quilt, and they've actually helped weave a really thick web with building upon the quilt stories, and it's been nothing but great work since.
The experience of having my story told in the quilt, with the quilt that I made, was pretty powerful for me because Hector, my person I made the quilt for, was such a profound person in my life. Hector would love that story to be shared. When you see his quilt, you will see by the way he signed his name, the flair that he gave to life.
As a person who has a family member living with HIV, it's incredibly important as a reminder to the past of what HIV has been and where we are going forward. As a member of the queer community, it's so significant to me personally. So it's really important to be a reminder that this has always been the case. We've always had a beautiful, thriving population of queerness and the LGBTQ community.
Mob Theater have captured stories in regards to the challenges of the marginalized communities and have done great care with our stories. And so I trust Mob Theater and the connections that they have made with grassroots organizations to bring all of that to the forefront.
Working with Mouths of Babes has been very instrumental in helping me to understand just how important the quilt is. It's the history. It's history that's going to be lost otherwise.
With what the Mouths of Babes is doing is bringing the human backstory to the panels of the quilt. It's a special approach.
This sort of sharing of stories between generations, I think, is something that makes this project very special and worth telling. Your funding will be essential to helping tell this story.